and welcome to Stephanie's Movie Reviews. I'm your host, Stephanie Thompson. I'm a member of the Screen Actors Guild and AFTRA, a classically trained singer-songwriter, a vocal coach, and an actor myself. In this show, we review 4 categories of films: action, family, drama, and comedy. Now, if you're watching live right now, great, stay with us. If you're watching on social media, you can go to www.akexpertstv.com and you can watch all of my movie reviews. You can also see our other 2 shows, World of Book Reviews with Judy Morio and Amy Kardashian and the Experts with Amy Kardashian, who is the creator, director, and producer of all 3 of our shows. So in this segment, this is the first segment of 4 segments, we're going to review 2 action movies. And the first action movie that we're going to review is American Assassin. I was really looking forward to seeing this movie. This movie is based on a novel by Vince Flynn. It stars Dylan O'Brien, Michael Keaton, Sanaa Lathan, and Taylor Kitsch. And basically, this is what happens. Dylan O'Brien plays Mitch Rapp, and he is recruited by the CIA to be a black ops recruit, and he is instructed by Stan Hurley, who is played by Michael Keaton, and they instruct him, and then something happens and he's thrown out into the field, and that's the synopsis of the movie. Okay, so what happens to this guy is, this is the first time we meet Mitch Rapp. And when we meet him, he's on the beach in a tropical paradise. I'm not giving any spoilers because this is in the trailers. He's with his girlfriend. Something horrible happens. These terrorists attack the beach. His girlfriend is killed. Well, this changes him, and he becomes a different person. He's studying this other stuff. He stops studying. He becomes a martial artist. He becomes really good at fighting. And on his own, he starts to reach out to terrorist cells, and he actually gets into a terrorist cell. That's when the CIA grabs him up and says, hey, we want to recruit you. We want you on our side because what you're doing, we like your agenda. Well, Mitch is at first kind of like, look, I could have joined the CIA a while ago if I wanted to. I didn't really want to. I wanted to do this on my own. I have my own personal agenda. But they convince him. So then they bring him to Stan Hurley, who's played by Michael Keaton. Now, Michael Keaton plays this ex-Navy SEAL, and he's a Cold War veteran, and he's a little not sure of Mitch because Mitch has a personal agenda. He's taken things personal, and Stan Hurley tells him throughout the movie, you can't make it personal. You can't make it personal. So again, kind of against his will, the CIA deputy director, played by Sanaa Lathan, is kind of the boss of Stan Hurley and says, hey, I want you to train this guy. So kind of against his better judgment, Stan Hurley trains this guy. Meanwhile, some grade A plutonium gets stolen, and Sanaa Lathan's character, the deputy director, sends Stan Hurley and Mitch Rapp to Istanbul to go on the trail of the stolen plutonium. And there's this other guy in the works who's trying to start a war in the Middle East. That's kind of where the movie starts really picking up. This movie is not nonstop action. There's a lot of absorbing you have to do. You have to pay attention. There are a lot of little plots going on, but what I liked about this movie was that it was cohesive. I could follow all of the plots. I could follow everything, and I didn't get confused. I don't like when I get confused at movies. I thought Michael Keaton did a great job in his character as this ex-Navy SEAL, kind of, hardened and, kind of had his own way of looking at things, and Mitch Rapp was this guy who was kind of off the cuff, that he couldn't control, who was off doing things and not following orders and stuff like that. Then this little twist comes in the middle of the film, which makes it even more interesting, and then we're off on a roller coaster. I really liked this movie. I thought it was really good. I think you should see it in the theater to really enjoy the chase scenes and the action. There is a torture scene in it. It's not too bad, but just to warn you, there is a torture scene. There is a lot of violence in this movie. But I gave it 5 popcorns. I thought it was really good. The lesson I took away from this movie was that if you're doing a professional job, especially a dangerous job like this one, you cannot make things personal, because if you make things personal, you will get stuck. And then you lose your way. And even the bad guys who knew Mitch's story were turning it against him and holding it against him on knowing his personal story. So that's my lesson that I took away. And we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we'll be right back with Spider-Man Homecoming.
I'm Jamie Lee Metz, CEO and founder of Skin Fitness here in Las Vegas. We've been serving Las Vegas for over 17 years. We're proud to announce we just won 2017 Spa of the Year by Image International. That's the skincare company of the Miss Universe pageant. We offer exclusive treatments like our Time Eraser facial, which uses multiple modalities and literally erases time. Our Pore Purge, which is the ultimate in hygiene, and our Fire and Ice facial, which literally removes and soothes the skin at the same time. Come see us at our new location here in Village Square. We look forward to seeing you soon.
Hi, and welcome back to Stephanie's Movie Reviews. I'm your host, Stephanie Thompson. Well, so in the first part of this segment, we reviewed American Assassin. The second movie that I'm reviewing is Spider-Man Homecoming. Okay, Spider-Man. Boring. I have not been a fan of Spider-Man movies forever. I don't like the series. I don't like the hero. I don't like spiders. So I was not excited about seeing this movie. And I walked in and started watching it. Boy, was I surprised. I sat down and started watching this movie. I was immediately engaged. Tom Holland plays Peter Parker. Peter Parker has just started working with the Avengers and Tony Stark, who plays Iron Man. And he comes back to his boring life as a high schooler, kind of a geek, normal high school problems. No one really pays much attention to him. And he's this alter ego Superman. Tom Holland brings this innocence to Peter Parker and Spider-Man that I found really engaging. And he was dealing with these normal problems that I hadn't seen before in the Spider-Man movies that I really got interested in. You know, he was dealing with Homecoming. He liked a girl. And then at the same time, he was dealing with Spider-Man problems. So the flip side of that was we have Michael Keaton, who is also in this movie, and he is a contractor, and he was contracted to clean up this site. Well, the government comes in and takes over, but Michael Keaton squirrels away some of the materials from the site before the government can find out what he's doing, and it's some alien material. It's very, very powerful stuff. And Michael Keaton starts making weapons out of it. And he starts selling these weapons to people in the neighborhood. And Peter Parker finds out about it. He kind of starts tracking these guys and going after him. And he's way out of his league as Spider-Man. He's like doing the best he can, but he's a kid. And he's trying to get the Iron Man or Tony Stark to listen to him, and his go-between Happy, played by Jon Favreau, is like not really listening to him, and he's trying to track down these weapons. Meanwhile, Vulture appears on the scene for the first time. Vulture is Michael Keaton, and he comes in and he kind of kicks Spider-Man's butt. And so Peter Parker makes some mistakes, Spider-Man makes some mistakes, and gets in trouble, and then he falls out of favor with Tony Stark. But then he does some things, and he gets himself back on track again. One of the things I really enjoyed about this movie were the interactions with the characters. Jacob Batalon plays Peter Parker's best friend. Jacob Batalon was adorable. He kind of happens upon Peter Parker as Spider-Man. Once he finds out his best friend's identity, he is like on him about like, well, how do you do this and how do you do that and can you do this and can you do that? And he even helps him at one point, so it's kind of cool. Then there's a twist at the end, which I thought was played beautifully. John Watts directs it so well, and Tom Holland plays it so well with this twist, and it just had me kind of like jaw dropped open. And I just loved the movie. I absolutely loved the movie. I couldn't believe how much I loved the movie. I want to see it again. I gave it 5 popcorns. My lesson that I took away from the movie is you can have big ideals and big dreams, but you have to know your limits. And there's no shame in getting help. No shame in getting help. So that's my takeaway from Spider-Man Homecoming. We'll see you on the next segment.
Are you frustrated and wasting time searching for high-quality education and entertainment and not finding it? Stop wasting your time. We've got your solution. Our 3 dynamic and unique online TV shows provide you with high-quality and easy-to-find content. Everything from business skills and self-development to book and movie reviews and everything in between. At akexpertstv.com, you'll find high-quality experts in their field in one place at no cost to you. Visit www.akexpertstv.com today.